Hey guys, long time no see. And I'm taking back my content. I'm just gonna do whatever I want now, because it's a hobby. And today we are doing the VCT tier list, because the season starts tomorrow. I'm hype. Well, it'll actually be today, because I'm posting it. No. No, it's tomorrow. And VCT China's starting, which is okay. But, I'm hype. I'm so hype, and I'm gonna rant for hours. So, we're gonna start with Americas, right? Americas pretty honestly, it's like a really weak region because we can go over all the teams one by one because that's fun. So start with the 100 Thieves, right? Cryo, Asuna, EU, Xander, Boostio. Uh, it's this looks like a very mid team. Now they have Asuna and Cryo's great. Cryo's great. EU's pretty good. Xander was really good for playing. I think it was M80. It was M80 or someone else. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's a decent team. I don't know about Asuna and not Boostio. Boostio's not great, so I'm putting them at like a 6. And I'm just gonna put like the next team if I think they're better or worse. I think I'm just gonna put them above or worse. Cloud9. I think they're going to do the thing Crew did last year, where they start off really bad and then do a late season push. Because Cloud9 just signed Net, which is insane. Because like Moose, I feel bad for Moose. Hopefully Moist picks him up. God, I feel bad. Okay. They have Vic, who's really good. Mitch is also really good, but Oxy and Zeppa. Oxy's actually great. Zeppa's not too good at all. I think they just need more time. I think they're gonna start below, but they could rise depending on Oxy and probably Vic's performance, if I'm being honest. Also Net, because he hasn't been in the league for a while. EG look bad. EG look horrible. I'm sorry. Like, EG has two bright spots. Potter, who is the best coach, in my opinion, the best coach ever. Just straight up. Because she get, got together this team of random players and made it and won with them, which is insane. And then when they go to their separate teams, they all fall off. So it was Potter and Icy. I think Icy played really good for, was it NRG last year? No, yeah, I think it was NRG. I'm gonna look on VLR real quick. America's kickoff. He's on EG. G2. Ah, yeah. He played really well last year. That's all I can say. He played really well. And if he continues that performance, they may get a few wins, but EG do not look good. I'm just gonna be straight honest. EG do not look good. Furia. Furia's a very weird case because they've been winning games, surprisingly. Like they beat MIBR, which is they're probably gonna be the best LATAM region. Like Brazil, all that. But I don't know. Like Havoc's good. Muzero's good. Khalil and Heat are both good. Rafa's pretty good too. Like they have a solid roster. Solid roster. I haven't seen them face off against any, I would say, great team just yet. Like they beat Crew, which is good, and they beat MIBR, which is good. MIBR didn't have I mean Crew doesn't have Havoc anymore, which sucks because Havoc's great. I think we're just gonna have to watch. Currently, I would say Furia would be like here, but they could really take off. It really depends how their individuals play, but they could really take off. So we got Crew next. Crew, I think it's honestly a downgrade from last year. They signed Mazzino, who is good, and Adverso, who I haven't really seen much from, unless I can find where he played last year. All Knights. I really don't know about this guy, but if he's like a really decent IGL, Crew could do the same thing they do last. Oh, is that a new logo? That looks bad. Ugh. I think they could be decent this year, but I don't know. Also, keep in mind, EG is random because their players are bad, but Potter is so good. They can have the players down here and be like here. They're insane. Potter's too good. Leviathan. Leviathan were a very disappointing team last year. Very disappointing. And like honestly, I don't know where they rank anymore because Leviathan's roster. Oh, they had Mazzino. Mazzino it was good last year, and they replaced him with. I don't know this guy at all. Where did he come from? Gentle Mates. I think we're gonna have to watch Leviathan. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're gonna have to watch him a bit. But signing Demon 1's not good. Demon 1 is not a good player. Like, I'm just gonna be straight up. There are players I dislike heavily based off of playstyle alone. Because you need a team built around you, right? The big names, like the big three of this, is Ye, Demon 1, and Ospas. They are all, I would say, stat patterns. They have great aim. They have some of the best mechanics I've ever seen. But for entry roles specifically, they cannot play that. Strictly based off of how their playstyle works, which is mostly trading and baiting their teammates. So when you have a team built around you, sure, it can work. Like Optic. Optic was great. FNS is actually like a really good IGL talk-wise. Not mechanically exactly, but a really good IGL centering around a singular player. And yeah, like Demon 1's performance wasn't the one I was impressed with in that 2023 series. It was Giacomo. Giacomo played extremely well that series. I think he deserved MVP way more. But overall, like I don't think just because they got rid of Mazzino, who's actually a really solid like a brain, like a not a mechanical player, but like a brain knowledge player. I think replacing him with like he's not unknown. Maybe he's really good. I genuinely don't know anything about this guy. But replacing Oswald with Demon 1, which is just a slight downgrade, will not save this team. That's what I'll say. And I don't know what they can do. I don't think they're going to be very good this year. I think they could land like here, if I'm being totally honest. Which means I should probably move everyone up a bit. I think they could land here, but like I don't know. Because Demon 1 is something. I just think these new signings aren't like great. I feel like maybe they can beat some. I don't know. Maybe I ranked Cloud9 too high. I'm gonna put Cloud9 down a bit. I think their crew level. Eshai is actually pretty good. I'm gonna move Cloud9 down actually. I'm gonna move them down too. I think this is. I don't know. I don't know personally. I think like Leviathan are a very big question mark for me at least. Then we have Loud. Loud is something, dude. They have Pancata, who's kind of fallen off a bit. I love the guy, but I kind of fallen off a bit. They have Quanazine, who's like okay. They have Tuyus, who's actually pretty good. And then Vinny, signing in Vinny and Digizine. Like Vinny it's gonna be really hard to replace Sadok because he was a great IGL. But Vinny, I thought I recognized his name from somewhere. I guess not. They also just haven't had a good showing so far. They may, branch out into this impressive machine, but I really don't see them doing that. I feel like they would be like here. The Cloud don't look really good. Now we have the biggest name of the season, MIBR. God. This team is either going to be goated or horrible. It's one or the other, and there is no in between. Straight up. Aspas did the LeBron thing and made his own team. He chose every player he wanted to play with, and now we're here. He signed Nosler, who's really good, Xenom, who's pretty good, and Kortza, who's actually pretty good as well. And MIBR, gonna be honest, haven't had an impressive showing so far. They did make it to grand finals, but they beat Loud, who don't look good, 2Game, who don't look good, and lost to Furia. So, like, they just don't look good. Am I underrating Crew? I think I'm underrating Crew. I'm gonna move these guys down. Just put, I'm gonna slip Crew up here and put them like this. These are both 50-50s. They just have massive baiters, if I'm being honest. Actually, this tier list has worked out pretty well. Okay. NRG look really good. They won the Sentinels tournament type thing. They look really good. I don't like the team or the players at all. I like Mata because he was on Moist, but they lost to Rapid Lo-Fi, but then they locked in. But if I'm being honest, like they look okay. They do look good in off season. Obviously, I don't know how this is gonna translate to the regular season, but I do feel like they can finish a strong second, probably. I don't know. I feel like these teams are all interchangeable, if I'm being fully honest. Like G2, did G2 do any off-season shit? I don't think they did. Uh, wait, what? Okay. Maybe they look worse than I thought. Huh. Lost to Foot, beat Carmine Core, lost to T1, beat Fnatic, lost to Cloud9. Jesus. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. These are all genuinely a toss-up. I think based off of their lineups alone, right? I think Sentinels would do very good if Bang steps up. Narrate's a really good player. It's like a winning roster. Narrate's also just extremely impressive. Bang needs to step up. He had a very disappointing year with 100 Thieves, and if he steps up, they could easily go number one. NRG, Mata needs to step up big time. Verno's okay. He does. These two new players need to step up, and so does Ethan. Oh my god, so does Ethan. Like, when they were on that on the EG team, they were insane. He was the most annoying player because I'm a Paper X fan. He was the most annoying player I had to watch because his util was amazing, immaculate, and that has very fallen off. And so that's their biggest like issues. And for G2, like they have a super team basically. All they have to do is like sit still. If they like don't really screw anything up, they could go first or second. Jogamo kind of needs to step up into this new role. Well, not a new role, but new team. But I think like they're all a toss up. I'll put energy up here for now. They're so interchangeable. I don't really care right now. And then at last is 2Game Esports. 2Game Okay, I looked that up. Last is 2Game Esports. 2Game Esports did some off-season stuff, not too much. Beat Loud. That's their only notable achievement, really. Uh, they look okay. I don't really know any of these players, if I'm being fully honest. But based off of them beating Loud, I'm gonna put them like here. I do think EG is the worst team right now. They have a bit of potential to like maybe do something of use, but if they, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. They could be great, they could not be. I also haven't seen any of these teams in like a month, so like maybe everything's changed. Who knows? Let's. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Let's move on to EMEA. EMEA, it's a region. Oh, we want to do China first. Okay, we're gonna do. Uh, Now we're gonna do EMEA. Okay, first team BBL. Okay, BBL did a full roster reset, which I didn't really like personally, cause last year's roster, like, they were heating up at the end. I thought they were gonna make champs, and they didn't, it was so close. But like, they were heating up at the end, and then they throw their entire team away. It was so sad. But they signed some new players, and then they beat Giant X. Like, that's their only achievement. They beat G2 Gozen? They beat Giant X, and that was their only notable achievement their entire offseason. I don't think BBL are going to be very good this year. I didn't think they were going to be good last year. And then they had these insane players step up in big roles. And now they got rid of all the players, and it's like, oh, I should probably show my America pick'ems real quick. What I predict? I predicted Sentinels to win because I'm a Sen fan, I'll admit it. But like, Loud beats EG, then Crew beats Loud, and then Sentinels beat Crew, Crew beats MIBR, all this little junking. Did I predict MIBR? I don't know, some upset shit, we'll see. It's not that big of an upset. I do think Under Thieves are better, but we'll see, we'll see. Maybe I believed in MIBR a bit too much. Did I really? I didn't believe in Furia enough, if I'm being honest. I did these pick'ems with Sean, so I can't really change it right now, which is sad. But you know what? It'll be fine. Anyways, back to EMEA. Next team. Let's see what we got. Fnatic. Oh, Fnatic. What happened to you, dude? Leo is sick. Leo is sick, and I will admit that sucks a lot. DFM? Cool. Like, Leo is sick, which sucks, and that's okay. They have... What? What? No, wait. Am I going crazy? Oh shit, they signed Crashies. Was I looking at the wrong damn team? Yeah, I apparently going insane. Actually insane. What was I looking at? Whatever. Okay. Fnatic are something. That's what I'll say. Fnatic, they signed Crushies and Kajak to replace Leo and Durka. I genuinely think he could be better than Durka. I don't know about Crushies though. Crushies has been having a slightly declining career, if I'm being honest. And I don't know if he can like step up into this role to replace Leo, who's extremely good. His talents are actually insane. Like, way better than they should be, if I'm being honest. So, like, I don't know. They did beat DFM, which is something. They did lose to Leviathan, which is something. They beat Zeta, which is something. But, like, overall, I think they're going to have an okay season. I don't think they're going to sniff the top 3. There's a chance. EMA also looks really weak. Kind of. They have big highs and low lows. We'll see. What's next team? What? What esports, huh? They lost CNED, which does suck. But they signed Zeus. Zeus. Is it Zeus or Zeus? What did he play for? I don't know any of those teams. How they look? Lose T1, BG2. Huh. I don't know. I don't really know who Zeus is. But like Foot Esports were good last year. And with having like a solid roster, except one player, but a solid roster like sticking together, I I think they could like reach some pretty high highs if I'm being honest. Like I do think they could be better than Fnatic. Turkey's talent is actually insane. I'll leave that for there right now. Next is Giant X. Giant X don't look great, if I'm being honest. They signed Westside and Tomazi. Tomazi's good. I have not heard about Westside though. Who did he play for? I don't know any of these teams. They lost to BBL in the finals. They beat Team Liquid, who don't look great. But yeah. They aren't gonna be great. That's all I can say. Like I wish they would be better, but probably gonna end up around here-ish. Carmine Corps. Carmine Corps are a very interesting team. They redid their entire roster, kept Martine, added Sadok, Sagetsu, Elite, and Aves. I don't know who Aves is, but they signed some really good players. Which team? What are we talking about? Carmine Corps. Aves is from Nazar. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if Carmine Corps did any offseason. They beat Koi. Sick. They beat Koi again. Lost to G2 and Foot. I think Carmine Corps have the potential to be really good, like this. But basically, they did the strategy of sign a lot of good players and hopefully they mesh really well. And I don't know if they're going to mesh really well, but if they do, this could be a crazy team. Easily, like, hitting all three internationals. But they could not mesh together at all and fail. It's really up to them. So they're kind of like MIBR, like a big what if, you know? Koi. I'm a Koi fan. I love Koi. God, their roster is something, though. They signed players I like Flya and Soulcast. I like those players. Shados is pretty good too, Garbina, Filu. Like, those are good players, but they just aren't a great team at all. They haven't done much off-season stuff, though. All we know is that they're worse than Carmine Corps. So I'm gonna put them like, they could be better than BBL this year. There's a chance. Maybe not, but there's a chance. But yeah, I think that's like their upper limit really. They could be better than they could be better than Giant X. We don't really know. Uh yeah, that's about it. Next up is not, oh, it says M80. I mean Gentlemates. Okay. We can do Gentlemates. Gentlemates signed some decent players. They kept Cadabra? I don't know. Signed Mini, Robbie BK, and Click. Click's actually pretty good. If I'm being fully honest, I don't know too many of these players. Job Life. Go Next. He's from Navi. Zypin's really good, actually. And Click. God, I actually don't know any of these players. That's crazy. They beat Heretics? Okay. Maybe they'll be good. Who knows, really? Like, this is a very weird team. I'm gonna put them, like, up here, though, because they did beat Heretics. I don't think Heretics were running at any capacity, but if that sticks, it sticks. I won't get too mad. Next up's Navi. I'm a Navi fan. I really am. I love Xiao. It's mostly Xiao. But signed some really decent players. I signed Hero, who was so good on Fnatic last year. So good. He really saved their season. And Qualnoob was great on M80 as well. Roxix also just a solid like player. this team could go somewhere. They haven't done any offseason stuff, and I think people are rating them a bit too low. I think they're gonna like rest right around here, if I'm being honest. Like right here feels like a good range. Uh, Next up's Team Heretics. Team Heretics are just gonna win again. They didn't sign anyone else it's boring. But like this team worked so well last year, they just choked. And I mean, I'm used to that. I wasn't cheering for them or anything, but like I'm a Paper X fan. I get it. I get it. Sometimes you just choke, and that's okay. That's okay. Next to Team Liquid. Team Liquid look bad, dude. Like, sign some decent players like Patatek. And Kamo's a good player, not a good person, but a decent player. Like, those are some decent signings. And I love Keiko. He's great. And Nats is okay. Maybe not as an IGL, but like as a player, he's pretty good. But like this team just doesn't look great. Like out of this, which is actually looking like kind of a strong league, he's just like the weak link. Let's do Apex. I'm a fan of Apex because I'm a fan of Fluorescent. They have Mulzi, Avova, Hype. I don't know who this guy is. Let me check real quick, see if he's done anything so far. Oh, he isn't even signed. We don't know who their last player is, but yeah. Like, I think this will be Fluorescent's time to shine. She's great. Love her so much. But, like, not a great team, if being honest. Odorous could be a decent assistant coach, though. But, like, jeez. They aren't going to look great. They could beat BBL. I think it's, like, going to be, like, here-ish. And then the last team, Vitality. Vitality looked decent. I can't say they look bad, but they just look okay. Like, they lost to Lev, and they lost to... Oh, wait, no, this is last year. Never mind. Didn't do any offseason stuff, I guess. But they have safe kicks. They signed Durka. Have less. Like, it's just a solid roster. But it's another one of those big what-ifs if, they don't mesh well together at all. So we don't really know. I think they're going to be fine. I feel like it's like this range to this range. I feel like that's where they're going to fall. No higher, no lower, if I'm being dead ass. This is, I think, a decent EMEA ranking for me. Like, I don't think there's any team that could... Like, these are kind of a toss-up. I don't think Fnatic's going to be that good this year. I think they're kind of being overrated. But also, this is very heavily based off potential, so keep that in mind. Anyways. Next team. Oh, wait. Are we doing China? No, we're not gonna do China yet. We have the APAC region. I love APAC. It's so fun. It actually really is. So let's see what's up in APAC, huh? Oh yeah, I should show my pick'ems. What did I pick? Yeah, honestly, I picked pretty... What the fuck? Okay, maybe not. I picked them to lose to Foot and then make a run to third place. I'm a Koi fan. What do you expect? What did I just say Apex do? They beat Na'Vi? My pickups are either going to be really cool or really wrong. I don't know. I did that like a month ago, so. Anyways. We have the APAC region. I love APAC. It's so fun. Keep in mind, bias. Let's push bias aside. I'm a Paper X, Zeta, and T1 fan. I think that's it. So take that bias aside. I'm gonna be a bit biased. DFM. DFM look actually really good. They did what they should have done and just basically wiped their roster and signed Art, Gian, Akame, and Jinbong. It's keeping Cease. Cease was actually pretty good, and Mei. Mei. Mei was insane last year, and now that he has like a decently competent team, I mean, DFM could like be up like there. Honestly, DFM look really good. They did some off-season stuff, I'm pretty sure. They lost to Zeta. Zeta also looks really good though. They beat Paper X and then lost to Paper X in the grand finals. and they beat Leviathan. Like, DFM look good. They also went through RQ and EDG, lost to Zeta again. Beat Talon, lost to RQ, but then beat him later. Like, they look good, man. DFM could, like, go pretty far, I'm not gonna lie. DRX, I don't know how to feel about this team anymore, man. They got rid of Althen, have Mako and Flashback, but they have Freeing, Bane, and Human. Like, I don't know how to feel about this team anymore. I don't think they're gonna be great. Like, Bane's good. Human's good. Freeing's okay. But, like, they just keep rotating out their players. Like, they beat Billy, but they haven't done anything impressive the offseason. I guess they beat Genji. I guess that's impressive. Like, they really haven't done anything too impressive this offseason, which is okay, but, like, they just need to lock it in a bit, you know? You can't really do anything about that, but, like, I think their team will just be mediocre this season, if I'm being honest. They just keep rotating out these, like, DRX, not great. Not, I mean, they're not bad, but, like, they're the DRX, what's the one called? I can't remember. Prospects, I guess. Academy. Like, their academy team. They just keep swapping them out, and it's just, like, it's okay, but, you know. Anyways, Genji. Genji, look. Normal. It's weirdly normal. They have Texture, Munction, and Charon, which is great. Like, center, and they took Yeoman. I think Yeoman. No, is Yeoman from Zeta, actually? Let me check real quick. I think he's from Zeta. Nongshim. Okay. But Foxy Nine's from DRX. Really decent core, if I'm being honest. Like, the core's still there, Yeoman and Foxy Nine. I don't think they're gonna win this year, because they have lost more games in the offseason. But, like, they are, like, here-ish. Could be under DFM, if I'm being honest. DFM could be, like, here. DFM's really good. Global. Global's the biggest question mark in APAC, obviously, because they trialed, like, 100 people and came to this decision. I know Durian, I know Kelly X, I know Crystal. They're really good players. I don't know Poppy or Udutan. Odotan? I don't know how to pronounce his name. At all. I don't know these guys. At all. But, yeah. I don't think... I think Global are gonna have another underwhelming year. But who's surprised at this point? I'm not. Anyways, next. Paper X. I love Paper X. Well, Nongshim. Never mind. Nongshim. What are they looking at? Danby, Ivy, Francis, Persia, and Margaret. They're alright. They did sign a... What's it called? Reserve player. Which is good. I don't know who this is, but, like, having a reserve player on your team is just good. And if I'm being honest, like, they don't look... They won, like, they won Ascension. I wonder if they did any off-season stuff. They played another Korea split. Cool. They won all those games, so that's cool. They're probably gonna be, like, pretty below average. Above global, maybe. Like, they're not gonna be great, which is okay. It's their first year. You aren't expected to do that good, if I'm being honest, but because all your players get poached. But they're okay. They're okay. Next up, Paper X. Paper X. I think they're gonna be here. It's strictly depending if they can beat T1. Paper X. They did lose to Wolves, but that was like It was like a week after. I don't know. I love Paper X. They look great. They went off in the off season. They lost to Genji. Happens. Like, in all honesty, they look really good. Like, they're beating curses, and they're doing, like, clutch plays. We will see because it's all off-season BS and it really doesn't matter. But paperbacks have always been like good consistently. We'll just have to see how it compares to all these new rosters. RQ. Have RQ done anything in the offseason? I feel like they have. Oh, they did. They beat Boom, lost to DRX, paperbacks, T1, beat Trace. Nothing impressive. They beat Zeta. Well, no, that's too far. Nothing impressive, basically. But yeah. They signed Cushy over. I can't remember who. Can't remember who it actually. Uh, Elmy Moore. Aw. I think it'll be okay. I think RQ will look okay. Having Monette like on a team now, like a solid team, will be nice. I think they're just gonna be okay though. Jemkin's pretty good. I've never heard of Cushy. Estrella's good though, and Zephyr's also good. They just aren't great, you know? It's okay though. It's okay. T1. T1 look insane, dude. I mean, I'm a T1 fan, but Jesus, they should not be this good. Buzz, Izu, Stax, Meteor, Sylveon. I mean, dude, they look crazy. Did they losing to anyone this offseason? Zeta. That's it. Then they beat him. They look really good, dude. I'm gonna say it. They look like crazy good. They could win this year. Maybe not a actual chip, but like a regional, sure. Honestly, it's in between these two in my head. I can't choose which. Like, they look crazy good. And Autumn as a head coach, also really good. Let's go to Talon real quick. They kept their roster last year, signing Surf as a reserve. Decent move. I mean, they did some off-season stuff. Oh my god. I mean, lost to Made in Thailand. Ugh, Talon don't look great, I'll be honest. People have been rating them pretty highly. I don't think so. Like, they have the same crew as last year, but, I'm gonna put them, like, here, maybe, like, a bit lower. It's around here, I think, because I'm gonna move everyone down a bit in a sec. Team Secret. Team Secret's keeping the same thing as last year. I don't think this will go too great. I really don't. I think they need to move off some of these players at some point. Because, like, they were okay last year, but just mid. And, like, the APAC region has really gotten a lot better. Because, like, good team, good, team. Good team, Good, 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 good. Like, you're just getting left behind. So, like, they're maybe, like, down here, honestly. They could beat Nongshim, but I think that's honestly the perfect place. Boom and Zeta. Well, let's go Boom first. They don't look great. Boom don't look great. I mean, they are the second Ascension team, which is a rare case. They just lost to ZOL, but like that could also because their season's coming up soon, so who knows. Lost to RQ, lost to Team Secret, beat Global Esports. But like they don't look great if I'm being honest. Like there's a reason they didn't win in the chip. There's a reason. It I don't know how their season's gonna turn out. I really don't know any of their players too well. I really don't know what's gonna go on there. So sorry for that. Me not being informed. Last team, Zeta. Zeta looks so good, dude. Keeping the all Japanese roster, keeping Sugar Zero and depth smart, and like CLZ and all these and Shota especially. Like, dude, these players are good. I'm a Zeta fan. I'll admit it. Like their offseason looked crazy. Like, they played in. Oh, what? I don't know what's going on here. I guess I don't. It's fine. They beat T1 and then lost to T1. They beat DFM. Like, Zeta look good. Like, really good. Like, I'm gonna put them, like, here-ish. I do think they're gonna fall off a tiny bit. Honestly, I can put Gen G above DFM unless DFM beat him in the offseason, then I'll have to move him right back. But I don't think they did. Did they? They didn't play him in the offseason. Anyways, like that's a 50-50 for me at least. But like this is gonna be well, I mean if oh shit, now everything's going amok. Uh one sec. One sec. Like you can flip these two. I'm gonna put Zeta above it. I'll put DFM. This is probably what it's gonna turn out to be. Sadly. The RX don't look great anymore. Team Secret haven't evolved. Paper X or T1, depending. I think Paper X do have like the experience like they do every year because they do. I mean, they're good. They're a good team. Here's my pick'em. Oh, it actually makes sense. I do think T1 are better than Gen G, but yeah, this seems about right actually. I think I wasn't smoking crack when I was making it. No, this all seems pretty accurate actually. Finally, one that I'm not insane on. Then China. I don't know much about the China region. I'm sorry, I just don't pay too much attention to it. So it's gonna be based pretty heavily off off-season results. All gamers. What a team, huh? Like, dude, you have the squad. And they don't look great. They lost. They can beat Tyloo. They can beat JDG. Not great. Tyloo looked bad though. Like, let's get these guys over here. Kept the same whole thing with Sword Nine as head coach, which sucks because he was actually a decent player. See how Tyloo's been performing. Get over here. Bad. They beat DRG, which is surprising. But like they look bad. I'm not surprised exactly. But Tyloo, maybe not the worst, but like they look bad. It's okay. Billy. Billy look not that bad. Not too great though, if I'm being honest. They look okay. See what they got going real quick. Knight, YZ, Neff, Levius, and Rushia. Actually, not too bad. God, they're on some losses though. Trace look really good though. Energy look decent. DRX, and that's kind of a rough loss, but they beat Wolves, and Wolves are really good. Beat Nova, beat G-Lie. Billy don't look that bad. They don't look great, but they're like here. I think they're like a solid DFM team as well. Like that's what I think they're gonna be looking at. Um, that's just my opinion though. EDG look normal, a bit less powered than usual, but it is off season. Same team running it. I mean, their off season results they lost to GU and Nova, but they're okay. They'll be fine. They always are. It's annoying, but they always are. FPX? Okay. FPX. They got rid of someone that I did like. I can't remember who, though. It signed Yosmite from Billy. They're okay. They're okay. I mean, FPX, like, really had that one split where everyone's like, what? FPX look good. And then they, like, disappear for a bit. Which kind of sucks, but you know what? That's okay. Let's see what they did this off season. Holy shit. They beat Tyloo, beat Nova, beat G-Light. That's surprising, if I'm being honest. FPX are gonna be good. They always are. I mean, they're gonna be like right up here. Uh, honestly, we're gonna have to move some of these teams down because the new people are here. JDG, they look bad. They look really bad. Like they beat Tech, but God, they look bad. They just, I don't know. They signed Baby Blue, which I literally never heard of that player. I really don't know the China region at all. I'm very sorry, but like JDG don't look great, but I'm like down here-ish. And they've only beaten Tech, so we can honestly move all these guys up and put Tech at the bottom. But let's do Nova first. Nova looked good. I watched some Nova games. Holy, dude. I don't know what got them rolling, but hey, it works. They only lose to G-Lai, really. Like, I'm gonna choose this one because it's like more recent. Yeah. I mean, they like practiced together, got like a solid month after these games. They look good, dude. They look good. Like, only losing to G-Lai. G-Lai, low-key, kind of the best team right now. How about Nova, like, here? Didn't they beat, uh... No, they beat EDG. I mean, we can put them here. I wouldn't mind. Let's go through some others real quick. Tech. Tech look bad. Tech look horrible. Oh my god. Like, they beat G-Lai and then lost to JDG. They're a very up and down team. They have RB, who's a decent player, but like they're very up and down. I China's always been like this mixed bag. Like these can all be the worst. I'd say these three can all be the worst team, just randomly. And then we have Dragon Ranger Gaming. What a fall from grace, man. What a fall from grace. Like losing to Tyloo is pretty unacceptable. I think they're I think they're gonna be like here-ish. But like China's low-key looking like cooking a bit. We got Trace. Trace looks good, like usual. Trace honestly looks really good if I'm being dead ass. Like they're losing to teams they should and they're beating teams they should. Like there isn't they beat Genji. I forgot about that. But like they're losing to EDG, but they're beating Tyloo, and they're losing to Nova. I mean, they're gonna be like a solid here, probably. Could be above FPX. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Uh, Wolves. Wolves look insanely good. Signing Lysor. I like Lysor a lot. And I don't know what's been up with Wolves, but they look good. I mean, they beat Paper X and then they beat G-Lai 3-0, which is impressive. Lost to Billy Billy, but beat FPX. Like, they look like a really strong team, if I'm being honest. Like, they could be a solid, like, here-ish, I think. And I think G-Lai are just goated. I don't know what you fed these guys, but dude, G-Lai are insane. Like, they lost to Tech, which is also insane. But, like, dude, they're crazy. These are some crazy kooky guys. They have ups and downs, they have all of that, but, like, eh. I mean, we can put EDG at the top because they're. What you're striving for in this game is, like, consistency, you know? Like, that's why Paper X are so good, because they've been together for 3 years. And, like, the thing with EDG is that since they were invited back in 2023, they have, like, a strong core that's stuck together. And G-Lai has the best players because they came up through Ascension, and they took all the best players from the Chinese region instead of just popular orgs, and those teams, like, became really good. So, honestly, I like this team. And, yeah. It's crazy. But here's my list. I think this list is pretty accurate, if I'm being honest. I think these are going to be the worst teams. I think these are going to be the best teams. I think some of these can obviously crash and burn because it's like way before. But like Carmine Core can crash and burn to like here. And then like Talon can rise from like here to here. And Fury can fall off the face of the earth. Who knows? I should probably show my pick'ems for China. It's something. Uh, I'm expecting. Where does EDG go? I'm expecting EDG to get first rounded by Wolves. To be fair, they have a hard matchup. But I'm expecting the top three to be Wolves, Gila, and Nova. Which is fair. These are all interchangeable, if I'm being honest. But like, yeah, like there's gonna be a lot of flip flopping because this has been a big off season. This has been a huge off season. And yeah, if you made it to the end, thanks for listening. I mean, I'm gonna keep screaming about this since that's my thing. That's what I like doing. So yeah, we'll see you all next time. Bye.